Welcome to link 12, dissatisfaction. Traditionally, this link is referred to as old age and death. It's referring to impermanence, and how all that arises is subject to change and pass away. But as we see this link in real time, it's not only about literal old age and literal death. It's the fact that every moment of conditional, dependent experience is shifting and changing. This is the result of the whole chain. Up until this point, links 1 through 11 have shown how the mind tries to create something solid. The mind is trying to construct something stable, solid, trying to force reality to fit into a safe and predictable and understandable mold. And if the mind had its way, that would be fine. But unfortunately, for the mind, that's not how reality is. Reality is not fixed. Reality is an open, unpredictable field that shifts, moves, changes, and vibrates. So the constructed self and concepts and expectations cannot hold. The separate self will never achieve its desired solidity. The story will never fully match reality. Everything we ever try to hold on to is constantly slipping through our grasp. In the video game metaphor, this is where the hero's story inevitably gets disrupted. The character gets hit, the plan fails, the world changes. The quest doesn't unfold exactly the way we wanted. Even if we win one battle or complete one objective, the game keeps moving. There's no way to freeze the game into a permanent victory state. Additionally, as long as we believe the game world is absolutely real, we're trapped inside the suffering of the hero as the hero gets hit and their plan breaks and the world changes. But the real cheat code is seeing the actual game scripts, seeing how the whole game is being constructed. Because then we don't have to take the game so personally. We can actually enjoy it and play. In life, dissatisfaction comes from this mismatch. The mind is trying to create something fixed inside of a reality that's always moving. The mind wants the hero, the story, and the world to hold together, but experience keeps shifting. That's this link. So this link shows up as the friction between what is happening and what the mind thinks should be happening, or even just what the mind wishes would happen. The mind wants stability, the mind wants certainty, reality changes. The mind wants to keep something pleasant going on, and it doesn't, or it wants the unpleasant to go away when it wants it to go away. Of course, it doesn't. The mind wants to maintain a self-story, but life keeps revealing that the story can only ever, at best, be partially true. This is where dissatisfaction shows up. Not pain. Pain is a part of life. But this link is pointing to extra psychological tension, the stress, struggle, anxiety, and conflict that come from resisting the changing nature of experience. The mind says, this shouldn't be happening, this should last, this shouldn't change, I should keep being this person that I think I am. And then reality changes, and then we suffer. Because the truth of impermanence always wins against a constructed story. Let's look at some real-life examples. Maybe there's a good story happening for us. Our relationships are going well, work is going well, our meditation practice is going well, we're healthy, we feel like we know who we are, and then something changes. Maybe it's big, maybe it's small, but something shifts and suddenly the story doesn't hold up in the same way. The relationship changes, whether someone's just in a bad mood or you break up. The job changes. Maybe you get a little bit of extra work or you lose it. The body changes. Now your knee hurts a little extra or it's broken. The mood changes. Doesn't have to be depression, could just be like you're a little whiny. Or the thing that used to feel important stops feeling important. The sense of identity that used to make sense doesn't fit our life anymore. Because even the longest stories of our lives will eventually be cut short. And often our story around unpleasant experiences, this is not supposed to happen. This should not be part of my life. This should not be happening to me. But we know that reality doesn't care about our neurotic stories. So how do we get trapped by this link? Well, we get trapped when we resist impermanence. When we try to continue telling the same stories that don't work. When we try to fix reality to be a certain thing. Now, anytime we attempt to make experience other than what it is, when we try to create and hold on to an identity that we've manufactured, because all of this creates struggle, friction, stress, anxiety, tension, conflict. We're bound by this link anytime that we suffer due to the world being something other than what we want it to be. But this link can also be freed. In the freed version, we see impermanence clearly. We see that everything changes, that experience just arises, changes, and passes. We can see through the story of self and see that it's just a story. As a result, we stay more flexible. We don't hold on to anything so tightly. And we just ride experience like a wave for all of its ups and downs. But all the while, we don't make anything of it. We just ride it. And there's a joy in that riding, even in the times that are difficult. We live with a light touch, with ease. Pain still happens, challenges still show up, but they're not owned in the same way. We don't own experience like, I am hurt, or my life is so hard. It's more that pain is moving through experience. Challenges are simply arising. This does not mean that we become indifferent. Quite the opposite. Because at the root of life, we see that everything is connected. So compassion and love flourish, tenderness flourishes, because that's what connection is. We are expressive, affectionate, loving, caring, because we know fundamentally, deeply, that we're all here together as part of the same open field of experience. So our practice here is to notice that everything we can notice changes. Sensations, thoughts, feelings, the body, the breath, the mind, it all changes. So just notice how experience appears, stays for a while, and passes. And even while it's here, notice that moment to moment the texture is changing. Nothing's ever fixed, even while it's present. Just notice the arc of experience as waves, ebbing and flowing. In our sitting practice, just notice subtle change. Notice that there's no fixed reality to hold on to. Just see that the shifting nature of experience is simply happening. It's not happening to you. It's just happening. And because of that, you don't have to give it so much importance. Don't give it so much weight. Don't make a pattern of it. Don't turn it into a story. You don't have to do anything about it. But if a feeling arises, feel it. Let it move. Let it go. When sensations arise, notice they're just happening. Let the sense doors be open. Just let experience arrive without needing it to become a fixed world. Any labels that show up, let them be light. Let them float away on the breeze. Expect nothing of the world. Just see what shows up. Be completely in the present. This moment, and this one, and this one, over and over. Every moment of this precious life, just release the need to try to hold it all together. So let's sit with this. Keep attention open and wide, and just see that there's nothing to hold on to, even if we try. As we stay in the present and experience is revealed, there's no problems with any of it. We just experience it. It shifts, changes, moves. And if some sort of energy arises as well, where we feel desire to do something, to make something of experience, use discernment and really see, what are you asking of me right now? Sometimes it's something that we do decide to address. Your leg falls asleep? Yeah, stretch it out. It's fine. Don't be a hero. If you have some nagging thought, thinking about some recent conversation, sometimes you just say, I see you. Thank you. I'd like to sit now, please. And come back to sitting. Just use discernment. It's okay. But just sit and enjoy being alive. All right. So we see in this link that there's nothing to hold on to, which is why we can go either direction with 12 links, either starting at 1 or 12. Because ultimately, if we start here and see that we can't hold on to anything, it falls apart there too. Once more, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you in the final video to close us out.